done.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LCA call. Everyone's looking fabulous. It is Think It Over Tuesday. Good morning, Super Stan. Anyone that's new to the platform or new on the call, my name is JP. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I have the honor and pleasure of hosting this call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are still studying and reading from a book titled The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. You can download that book to your electronic device or you can purchase the hard copy. If you purchase the hard copy, please purchase the updated version of that book because that is the one that we are reading and studying from. This morning, guys, you will be hearing from two leaders, authors, coaches, phenomenal speakers. And the first voice that you will hear after mine and the first face you will see if you are on the video platform is Mr. Jamal Mumford. He is the published author of a book titled Success Now. Please catch that title, Success Now. He did not say yesterday or tomorrow. It is Success Now. He also helps individuals on a daily basis with their self-development, and he travels extensively doing that. The next voice that you will hear after Mr. Mumford and the next face you will see, it is none other than Mr. Motivator himself, Kim Satchel. Wave Coach Kim Satchel. He has a book that is titled Alcoholics versus Struggleholics. He also helps individuals on a daily basis with their self-development, such as myself. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the assignment present to others. Mr. Jamal Mumford. Mr. Mumford, are you free and clear with us this morning, sir? Unmute him, Coach.
I'm here. You hear me?
I can hear you very well, sir. Good morning again.
Awesome. Good morning. We get some echo on the line, Mr. Satchel. I'm not sure if it's from your line, because it wasn't echoing prior to. I don't know if somebody got the line open.
Let's see.
I'm hearing an echo.
Echo.
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I'm still hearing myself. So something's coming through your computer.
It's coming through my computer?
Anybody else hearing the echo? Yes, everybody's hearing the echo.
Everybody's hearing the echo? Okay. All right, hold on. All right, let me see if it's you. All right, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Is there an echo? No echo. So it's Mr. Mumford. That means he's probably got his phone up and his computer trying to do 2 and 3 things at one time. Something like that. No echo. Okay.
No, it's your line that's echoing.
It's my line that's echoing.
Because when JP talk and I talk, it's echoing. So mute your phone out. Mute out.
Okay.
Mute out. 1 2 1 2. See, no echo. It's your line. That's weird how it is. Right. All right. You guys can hear me? Good? Everybody fixed? Okay. Satchel, you can work on your end.
Okay, you go ahead.
Maybe you come back down, come back into something.
The director. Who's the director? He's the director. This is the problem. Okay, I'm leaving.
That TV director, guys, you know. Got to be a TV director. Technology. Well, welcome everybody again. I want to welcome everybody to the call this morning and the webinar. Exciting times. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I just get up every day just excited about this call. I mean, you guys just keep me fired up. This call keeps me fired up. The material and information we're learning, it's just amazing. How we're learning so many things. And what is apropos, Mr. Satchel, I'm reading a new book right now on leadership. And today, right before the call, what do you know? Guess what I read just now? This is the author, and he said this in his book, right? And I'm going to read this. This is 5 sentences to you. That's pretty amazing to me that it came up. And just to show you guys that this is what took for me. See, it was things like this that happen right now as I'm reading this, when I finally got a hold, even in my money, even when it came to my money, managing my money, because a lot of us on this call, you gotta be, I mean, a lot of us, I'm sure, and a lot of you are going through the process, you're learning, you're chunking things out, and some of you are growing little by little by little. But I don't know about you guys, but sometimes we could be a little stubborn, and stubbornness is really a subconscious thing. Because stubbornness really, when I look at stubbornness, is really a subconscious reaction, response, because your subconscious mind doesn't want to change, right? So if your subconscious mind, if you have a habit of being late, right, and now you're learning a principle says you not supposed to be late, your subconscious mind still want to make you late, right? So what happens, I think that after we hear stuff over and over again, and when you start connecting the dots, and that's why I became an avid reader, because when I started reading so many different books that had the same principles in them by different authors, somehow the light bulb finally went off in my thick skull. Well, Jamal, maybe you should just do the damn thing, right? Maybe you should just start managing your money properly after reading it for the 30th time, right? And it was that final time when I finally read that for the 5th time, I said, oh, you know what? Maybe this is right. Because how many of you know, sometimes we read things and we say, maybe that's not for me. I mean, come on, y'all, be honest. Anybody ever do that? Like you read a principle from an author, or you hear a message, you hear something, and you almost like, you kind of second guess it. I mean, isn't that really why we don't really do it? Because we really don't believe it, right? Look what the author said here. He said, practices are situational, subjective, and always evolving. Principles are timeless and self-evident, and they apply everywhere. They are natural laws like gravity. Again, principles, they are natural laws like gravity. Whether you understand them or even agree with them doesn't matter. They still apply. Read that again. Okay? Principles are, this is very important, guys, very important. Principles are timeless and self-evident, which means that, see, these principles in this book that we're reading by Jack Canfield, whether you apply them today or a year from now, they're going to work as soon as you apply the principles, okay? They're timeless, so you don't have to take 1 year to get over something in your life, okay? And they're self-evident, okay? And they apply everywhere. They are natural laws like gravity, which means, see, whether you do it or not doesn't matter. They're natural laws. It's a guarantee they're going to work, right? He says whether you understand them or even agree with them doesn't matter. They still apply. See, so whether you follow these principles that we're reading every single day, right? Whether you do the assignments or not, they're still going to apply. It doesn't matter whether you agree with them or not. They're principles. They're not practices. Now look what he says. He says one of the best-selling business books of all time is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Ding, 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 ding. One of the best-selling business books of all time is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Stephen R. Covey. We just read that book right before this book, okay? But think about that book and think about also the book we're reading now. He says in his book, Stephen identifies some of the core principles that govern human behavior and effectiveness, such as responsibility, vision, integrity, understanding, collaboration, and renewal. So what an amazing thing. I just read that, this morning, and that's one of the books that we just covered. And what an amazing thing is talking about principles. Like it's a whole different book about leadership, but he says you got to learn to live life by principles and not practices. And so when you read in this book right now, to read by Jack Canfield, we just keep echoing this thing here, that you begin to just follow the principles. And remember, he said principles, it doesn't matter whether you agree with them or not. They're still natural laws like gravity. See, folks, whether you agree with gravity or not, okay, I challenge anybody. See, you got to be careful, because, see, Ms. Satchel, somebody can take it out of context and say, well, if I keep saying to myself, I can fly, 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 will I be able to fly? See, you won't be able to fly, because gravity is a law a universal law, you cannot keep saying yourself, I can fly, 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 and keep on affirming that. No, you cannot fly because you're going against the principle, the law of gravity. You will fall, and we will be talking to you in the casket if you so choose to. Okay, so just like these principles in this book, these are principles, and if you follow the principles, despite what your subconscious mind is telling you, despite our rebellious nature to not do it, right? See, all these, Mr. Satchel said, do the assignment yesterday. Write down 4 new habits you want to overcome. I did the assignment because he just asked. Right? Dr. Jack Canfield, who's a scholar in his time and what he's written here, he's given us the reason why he's making us do this for a reason, to follow a principle. So folks, if you do the assignments or not, your life is self-evident. Like it says, it's self-evident, which means that exactly what you have in your life right now today is because of your lack of knowledge and your lack of taking action towards principle. Stop following practices. With that being said, Mr. Satchel, I'm going to call to you, sir, Mr. Motivator. Hope everything is fixed over there, and the call's all yours, sir.
Well, I didn't do anything different. Did you still hear echo?
Still echoing, yeah.
I'm still echoing?
Well, when somebody else talks, it echoes.
Okay, well, nobody can talk while I'm talking, so that way you won't hear echo. It will be good, because 99%. How many y'all ready to read this morning? I am excited. I believe that we're going to have a fantastic afternoon, morning. You want to read, Sabrina? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? Let's get right into the book, because guess what? I'm excited about this chapter. Why? Because it has a nice word that I can use today without getting in trouble.
You got permission to cuss.
I got permission to curse, right? Say a bad word. And I wish I was reading this book when my mama was still living. I'm be like, Mom, you ever read this book? 99 cents is a bitch. 100% is a breeze. Just to see what she would have said. And she'd have said, pow! I'd have been like, I read my book. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, Sabrina, starting our book, our chapter of 99%. Go ahead.
Principle 35, 99% is a bitch, 100% is a breeze. There is a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient. When you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. In life, the spoils of victory go to those who make a 100% commitment to the outcome, to those who have a no matter what it takes attitude. They give it their all. They put everything they have into getting their desired results, whether it be an Olympic gold medal, the top sales award, a perfect dinner party, an A in microbiology, or their dream house. What a simple concept this is, yet you'd be surprised how many people wake up every day and fight with themselves over whether or not to keep their commitments, stick to their disciplines, or carry out their action plans. The no exceptions rule. Successful people adhere to the no exceptions rule when it comes to their daily disciplines. Once you make a 100% commitment to something, there are no exceptions. It's a done deal, non-negotiable, case closed. If I make a 100% commitment to monogamy, for example, that's it. I never have to think about it again. There are no exceptions, no matter what the circumstances. It ends the discussion, closes that door, permits no other possibility. I don't have to wrestle with that decision every day. It's already been made. The die has been cast. All the bridges are burned. It makes life easier and simpler and keeps me on focus. It frees up tons of energy that would otherwise be spent internally debating the topic over and over and over, because all the energy I expend on internal conflict is now available to use for creating other achievement. If you make the 100% commitment to exercise every day for 30 minutes, no matter what, then it's settled. You simply just do it. It doesn't matter if you are traveling, if you are a 7 a.m. if you have a 7 a.m. television interview, if it's raining outside, if you went to bed late at night, if your schedule is full, or if you simply don't feel like it, you just do it anyway. It's like brushing your teeth before you go to bed. You always do it, no matter what. If you find yourself in bed and you have forgotten, you get out of bed and brush them. It doesn't matter how tired you are or how late it is, you just do it. Whether your discipline is to read for an hour, practice the piano 5 days a week, make 2 sales calls every day, learn a new language, practice typing, hit 200 golf balls, or do 50 sit-ups, run 6 miles, meditate, pray, read the Bible, spend 60 quality minutes with your kids, or whatever else you need to do to achieve your goal, commit 100% to those daily disciplines that will get you there. Keep going. Keep going.
What did you get from that? I'm sorry.
Based on his definition of 100% committed, there's not many things I'm 100% committed to, because if I get in that bed and I have forgotten stuff, it's just a done deal. It's not going to get done that day, chances are. So his definition, like I said, there are a lot of things I'm probably 99% committed to, but not 100.
Can that make a difference?
It does make a difference, because if enough situations come up and I let it pass by, then eventually I won't even be doing it anymore. Just like when I would get up every morning and I would walk in the mornings and I would do my rituals. Well, when the rainy season stopped, I stopped, because I wasn't walking in the rain. I wasn't that 100% committed to walk in the rain, especially with my hair. So then I just started going to the gym. I mean, I found another workaround, but I do miss getting out walking in the morning. And after a while of not doing it, I did get out of the habit of doing it.
Okay, let's go back here for a minute to this right here. I want, just based off of what Sabrina said just now, they said if you can read right here in this highlighted area that I'm about to highlight, it says what? No exceptions to the rule. Now, Mr. Mumford just said something earlier, and he's talking about principles, right? Mm-hmm. Mr. Mumford just said there's no exception to the rule. Principle is a principle, and if you apply the principle, 99% is a bitch if you're not, right? And 100% is a breeze.
Wow.
Now, maybe, I don't know if some of us get this or some of us don't, or whatever the case may be, but this is where the rubber really meets the road right here. And, oh man, there is some things that's in your life that there's no exception to the rule. There are some things, and the thing about the principle, a lot of you are using the principle and you don't even know it. That's why your life is still getting the result, because the principle is still working. Am I making sense? So for instance, like they say, like, how does faith work? Faith works like this. It says an ounce, just like a ounce of doubt. Just an ounce, just like, oh, I can be wealthy, but an ounce of doubt, you're done. Look, 99%, that 1% can make you or break you. And I'm just, Mr. Mumford, what you got to say about this?
Actually, you just hit me when it's funny, we read our minds alike, because you went back to the point. And Sabrina just really did it for me, because her saying to me just now that there's a lot of things I'm 99% committed to, but probably not 100. And as she was saying that, I just thought, wow, that 1% makes a hell of a difference. And that's when I remember my coach, Jeffrey Combs, he said in his book, Recovering Procrastinator, You know, it's a great book to read. If you procrastinate, it's a great book to read. And he said 1% doubt does not equal 100% faith. See, faith is faith. There is no, I got a little bit of faith, I got a big faith. No, faith, there's one faith. It's either faith or it's not faith. And as I'm looking at this now, Mr. Satchel, but the part that really got me was when Jack Canfield said, he said this, and I wrote it down. He said, you will utilize less energy if you're 100% committed. So I think about people, and I always say, I said, man, you know, when I look at things now, Mr. Satchel, I look at things that are now easy for me. Like my project is easy for me. Now, I don't say it's not work, it's work, but it's easy for me. Why? Because I know now, now I know why things are easy for some and hard for others. It's hard for others because they're not 100% committed. Because now when it shows me the amount of energy you're using in your brain cells, debating, make the phone call, don't make the phone call. Get on this. Look at this call right now for us. It's a battle in your mind to get on this call every morning. Now, what about for those of you now? How many of you could say, "Man, this call it's a done deal for me. 9 o'clock, I'm on the call." Like I don't struggle mentally to be on this call. And now I see what he's making here, Mr. Satchel, that there's so much less energy utilized when you're 100% committed. So if you're in a project right now, if it's difficult for you, it's because you're not 100% committed. You're just, what'd he say? You're just interested. Man, that was deep. Man, Sabrina, that was good. That was good. Because it made me think, 99%. That's a lot, Mr. Satchel. 99% is a lot. But it makes a hell of a difference. Go ahead, sir.
And it's everything. And this is where we end up just saying, you know what? It don't even make a difference. Like it don't even make a difference. Like I'm gonna tell you, that's why we was talking about me and you were talking about how Tony Robbins was saying urgency, right? Urgency. Are you operating out of urgency? Or it's like he says, you get to that place in life where you say enough is enough. Like, that's it for me. You know what I mean? It's like this, like for instance, I don't have no other option. I cannot work on a job. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. This has to work. There is no plan B. See, when you be like, well, you gotta have it, you guys are really missing this. Because once you have the plan B, then guess what? You never, and he says most of you cannot get to that next level because there's that comfort. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up and your house is gone, when you wake up and your cars has disappeared, when you wake up and that job is no longer there, when you wake up and nature has taken its course on everything that you thought you had provided, when that catastrophic event takes place in your life, it's just like the man done took the car. It's repossessed. It's done. It's gone. Done, boom, what you gonna do at the end of the day? See, when the lights are off, not the notices in the mail, when the lights go click, everything changes. Now, some of you, they go click because the transformer got taken out, but some of you, it go click because the bill wasn't paid. You hear what I'm saying? See, I'm just saying, oh man. See, some of us, it might take just the notice coming in the mail that got that red stripe going across. It say notice. You ever got one of them, Mr. It say notice. And it's in big red. And some of us that might work for. But some of us, the light got to be shut down. It's literally like your boss got to damn near cuss you out before you quit. Your man got to damn near take everything you got out of you before you decide it's over. See, man, I don't know who I'm talking to today, but somewhere you gonna make that decision. I don't know if it's a 0 that's gonna be on that number that's gonna say 50, 40. I don't know if it's that, man, I don't know when you're gonna get to that place in your life. But let me tell you something, when 100% is there, guess what? It ain't take nothing for me to say, goodbye, I'm going, I'm doing my project. I ain't got no choice. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Enough is enough. I'm tired of living in mediocrity. Enough is enough. I'm tired of giving excuses. I'm tired. See, when you get tired of being controlled by somebody, I got some stories for you. When you get tired that, somebody just go and buy a house on you and you ain't got nothing, well, guess what? Your credit is bad. See, enough is enough. Man, somebody gonna talk back. Miss Sabrina, please start reading. No, just read. Oh God, I'm done.
Only on a full moon?
Yeah, a full moon. Only on a full moon.
Only on a full moon. Sid Simon, one of my mentors, is a successful speaker, trainer, best-selling author, and poet who splits his time between Hadley, Massachusetts in the summer and Sanibel, Florida in the winter. When I was a graduate student at University of Massachusetts, Sid was the most popular professor in the Department of Education. One of Sid's highest priorities is his health and fitness. Is his health and fitness. At 87 years old, he still bikes on a regular basis, takes supplements, eats healthy foods, and oh yes, he allows himself a bowl of ice cream on the one day a month when there's a full moon. When I attended Sid's 75th birthday celebration, over 100 of his family members, closest friends, and admiring former students came from all across the country to celebrate with him. Dessert was the standard birthday cake and ice cream. Only one problem though, there wasn't a full moon. To cajole him into giving himself permission on this once-in-a-lifetime special occasion, 4 people who knew of Sid's commitment dressed as moon goddesses and entered the room carrying a huge full moon made out of cardboard and aluminum foil. So there will be a virtual full moon for Sid. But even with all of that love and persuasion, Sid took firm on his commitment and declined the ice cream. He knew if he broke his commitment this one time, it would be that much easier to break it the next time he was offered ice cream. It would be easier to rationalize, justify, and explain away his commitment. Sid knew that a 100% commitment is actually easier to keep, and he was unwilling to undermine years of success for other people's approval. We all learned a lot about true self-discipline that night. One final reason 100% is so important. This powerful 100% commitment also figures critically in other important areas, for instance, the workplace. Consider what a commitment to just 99.9% quality would mean in the following work situations. It would mean 2 unsafe landings at O'Hare International Airport each day, 16,000 lost pieces of mail per hour, 20,000 incorrectly filed drug prescriptions each year, 500 incorrect surgical operations performed each week, 22,000 checks deducted from the wrong account each hour, your heart failing to beat 32 times each year. Can you see why 100% is such an important percentage? Just think how much better your life and the whole world would work if you were 100% committed to excellence in everything you do. I can say if I was Sid and that was my 75th birthday celebration, they wouldn't even had to make a moon for me to eat the ice cream. I would have ate the cake and ice cream and make my own exception because I would not have been 100% committed on that day.
We're going to need you to be 100% committed now, God dang it. You hear me? That's what Mr. Mumford talked about, this rebelliousness right now. Do you hear me?
I make an exception. I was like, well, this is an exception. This is my 75th birthday. I would have made exceptions on that and a whole bunch of other stuff. I would have made exceptions.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Any final words, Sabrina, on this information that you just read from this chapter?
Really good. I need to start analyzing the things that I do and my commitment level to it. I mean, because just lately, the video that you played from, I think his name was Art Williams, to Just Do It.
Just do it.
I repeat that in my head a lot when stuff come up that I know that I need to do it, that I don't want to do it. I say, just do it. Like this morning, I didn't want to get up, so I kept saying, just do it. And I kept just repeating some of the things he was saying in that video in my head. So I was like, forget it. Let me just get up. It is working, but I do have to have that constant self-talk in my head.
That's what the 5% of the world and the population do outside of everybody else. At the end of the day, it's just that 100% committed to your success. I mean, like you say, life would just be so much better when we actually do that, right? I'm going to order. Ooh, Lord have mercy. This thing talking to me today. Anybody else want to speak on this? This is really good. That's just like this class. Have you ever heard me say, you know what? I'm 100% committed to this. I'm not going nowhere. Listen, why? Personal development to me is it's like the medication that if you don't take it, it's just a matter of time before you're on it. Like I'm 100% committed. You follow what I'm saying? There's a difference. If I wasn't 100% committed, everything else it wouldn't even matter. Like, we're not going to do this class or whatever the case may be. Guess what? 100% committed is so much easier to make this thing happen. And it makes a difference in our lives. Don't have your foot, just your toe in it. All right, this is where many of you will hear people say, okay, I'll try it. Anybody ever heard that? We'll see. I'll try it, right? Anybody want to admit to that? Let me see if it work. Anybody been down that road? Yeah, right. Rashina smiling over there. You ever heard, like your mama used to say, either what? Y'all know this? Anybody have a statement? Go ahead. I bet you Tina know what it said. What did your mama say, Tina? What did she say? Watch this. What did she say?
Either piss or get out the pot.
She said what?
Either piss or get out the pot.
She said piss. My mama said shit. Either shit or get up off the pot. Period. Right? That's basically piss. Right? That I'm just being honest. And that's where it is. It's either you're in it or you're not. Right? Rashina, go ahead.
You know, exactly. I am like so loving this topic because this is me all day long. And this is what I preach to my employees. Either you're going to be about it or not. There's no halfway in. There's no sitting on the fence. What are you going to do? Because I'm all about principle. There's no exceptions to the rules. My thing is that if you're not going to be 100% committed, then why are you here? Mm-hmm. You know, every day we have to make sure that we know why we're doing what we do. What is our focus? You know, are you just here just to be taking up space? Or are you here because you have something that you need to accomplish? Same thing in my business. I'm not taking no for an answer. If you're not on board, okay, next. It's as simple as that. I'm not taking it personal, and you can't take it personal. You can't allow yourself to fail. Failure is when you give up on yourself. It's not when people tell you no. It's not when people don't want to come with you. You have to know what you are worth, and you have to give yourself those expectations. You can't sit back and be, oh, well, today I'm 90%. Tomorrow I'm 95%. Oh, I'm 100% today. You got to be 150% on board every day, all day long. Know what your principles are and just do the darn thing. Wow. Take no exceptions and, you know, and just invest in yourself. If you don't do it, why would someone else do it for you?
Wow. Clap it up for Miss Sheena. Way to work it out today.
And I can tell you, it's after 6 a.m. here in Cali. So I'm on here every day.
Look, and she in Cal. See, it's ooh man, that what? She said I'm on here every day. It is 6 o'clock. Now, some people would have said, well, Mr. Mumford, I'm moving out to Cali. I ain't gonna be able to get on the call, and but it's look, 6 o'clock. And some of us have, oh well, you need 8 hours sleep. Right? Oh, you need this, man, girl. Thank you for sharing that. 6:35 exactly. LOL. Most of go ahead, Mr. Go ahead.
I mean, just think about it. What if it was a job, right? What if it was a job that she was going out there for, and the job now said your hours are 6 to 3, 6 to 2, right? See, this is what we know, and I mean, I really pride Rashina. Because she's the biggest example of anybody on this call. Why she's the biggest example, more than even Denise, because Denise was already in California when the call started. But Rashina, even bigger than me and you, okay? This is the ultimate gold medal of commitment, what commitment is. That she was on the Eastern time zone, okay? Going from this time zone, her body is still adjusting. She's been doing this for how years old you are? I know, what, you're 30 years old, 30? See, so for 30 years, you've been on Eastern time zone. That's you owe me a check for that, okay? And now she transitioned to California, 3 hours behind, right? She has as Danny Johnson would say, she has a reason she can pretty much say why she can't be on this call. But when you're committed, right? When you're committed, there is no 3 hours behind, 5 hours behind. Somebody's on a call from Dubai. Think of that. They're in the middle of their day and they're on this call. That is the ultimate standard for commitment. That's what it means, Mr. Satchel, right? So, but I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell you why it happened for her though. Because she was on this call faithfully on Eastern time zone. So subconsciously, her mind, when she hears conference call, her subconscious mind don't say, we gotta sleep. Her subconscious says, you have to be on that personal development LCA call every morning. See, tapping principle, right? And so her subconscious mind don't care about the time. And her subconscious mind will make sure she wakes up surely with energy to be on that call because she's been doing it routinely. She's formed a new habit, which causes the commitments. They say, watch your actions, for your actions determine your habits. Watch your habits, for your habits determine your character. Watch your character, for your character determines your destiny. See, the habit changed her character. Her character now is to say, I'm going to be on this call. I'm committed. See, folks, this is so huge because some of you, that's what you got. That's the breaking point. That's why you got to go all out. And Mrs. Satchel, I love talking about your story because sometimes people, they see you in this chair and they see you making the money you make, but no one really knows what you went through to get there. But you lost everything. Everything. And I say sometimes, I thank God for my struggle sometimes. I truly tell people, some of y'all got it too good. And y'all probably, some of you may never ever get it. You'll never become successful because you got it too good. You got Mr. Satchel, when he was my leader, he said, Jamal, you're too comfortable. He said, you're making $80,000 a year. You don't care about the project. I said, I care. I want to make money. I want to make money. He said, dude, you're too comfortable. Because at the end of the day, listen, I pay my monthly fees. We were paying $140 a month at one time. That was coming out of my job. I was still going all the trips that the company was doing. Why? I wasn't paying for my business. I was paying because my job was paying. I was making enough money that I could go on all the trips, had a nice car and everything. So why did I really, really need to work the business? And it wasn't until I lost everything till I finally got serious. When I lost my children, when I lost 65% of my income. Oh, y'all want to hear the real story? Yeah. See, it's two of us here doing this call. So if just look at our two lives and put yourself in a situation, we both lost everything. And when I now look at successful people, majority of successful people had to go down before they went up. Now, I'm not telling you guys to make yourself go down, but like Mr. said, sometimes it takes those things for you to finally get awake, the light bulb go off. Because trust me, your project, I'll work if I want to. Your commitment to everything is so shallow. There's no commitment to anything in your life. What are you committed to? Here's write it down. What are you 100% committed to? Write it down. Think about it. It's not going to be much for many of you. Just being honest, because really, we live life by happenstance, Mr. Satchel. We're not really. People tell me all the time, Jamal, I'm committed. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. But it's just emotional. And I told Mr. Satchel, the guy said this. He said yesterday, and I get back to you. He said, most people live life in urgency. They don't live life in significance. See, that's why we don't stick to anything. See, we only deal, people say, Jamal, I don't have enough money. Well, no, because now when the money is all gone, now you got to work in desperation mode. And sometimes desperation mode, that's the worst time to operate your business. Because now you got so much hell going on in your life. I told clients, I said, see, why you keep adding more hell to your life? You're going in the wrong direction. You got to say no to some things. You got to say no. You got to stop the bleeding. Mr. Satchel, right? I was watching a war movie, and the guy got shot, and they covered the first wound, and they got shot again. You only can take with so many hits. You got to stop the bleeding, right? And when you stop the bleeding, now you can focus on one thing and commit to it. Stop living life in urgency. Live life in significance. So what is significant, Mr. Satchel? Put more money in my bank account. Making sure I told my children yesterday, I got to take them school shopping tomorrow. And you know what? See, being able to say to my children, hey, let's go out. What sneakers you want to buy? Right? That was one of my main goals. I was tired of buying the sneakers I wanted to buy. No, what kind of sneakers you want? Now, it's everything for different people, right? But I'm just saying, what is commitment? Mr. Satchel, go ahead. We got some hands.
Go ahead, Mr. Avery Malcolm is in the building in his university over there. What's going on, doctor?
Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Why you have me coming behind Sheena and Jamal, man?
Because you're the only one that can do that. You're the only one that can do that.
Man, they be laying it on thick, boy. But there's something that there's something to commitment, and everything that Jamal and Sheena said is directly on point. There was a certain project that I needed money for, and I didn't have it. And I was meditating on how to get it, and I heard a voice. I heard the voice of God say, "Set your face like a flint." And I remembered that in Scripture, so I went and looked it up and found it in Isaiah. Set your face like a flint. And then it took me over to the 9th chapter of Luke, and it was talking about Jesus knowing that he had to go through what he went through so that we could be saved. He set his face as if he would go to Jerusalem. He was going to Jerusalem. It didn't matter what it took. He knew he was going to be spit on. He knew he was going to be slapped. He knew somebody was going to throw a rock at him and hit him side his head. He knew somebody was going to nail him to that cross. He knew somebody was going to pierce him in his side. He knew somebody was going to betray him. He knew somebody was going to deny him. He's sitting there with these guys, and he knew that the disciples would be scattered. He knew that we were all worthy of death, but he set his face like a flint. His commitment was to do his Father's will. He was more than 100% committed. You talk about commitment, guys, when it comes to your particular project and the things you want to do, you better commit to these principles, because these principles are working. So when God told me to set my face like a flint, immediately he flooded me with understanding. You got to be determined beyond determination that you're going to get it done. You got to know that you know that you know that it's going to happen. And all you got to do is apply yourself and be somewhere, put your hands to something, because God is going to make sure that he drops something in your hands. But if you're not putting your hands to something, and if you're not in the right place at the right time, when God drops the blessing and your hands are not there, you're going to miss it because you're not 100% committed. You're going to miss it because you're not 100% committed. Now, when I set my face like a flint, like he said for that project, I said in my heart, I will have the money that I need for this project. The last day came and I didn't have the money. Then I got a phone call. Went and conducted business Bam, that was the money. Now I got another project I'm working on. And I was reminded, set your face like a flint. Set your face like a flint. The reason that I'm driving today is off of a phone call from a referral that somebody, my name is for. You talk about the laws of attraction, the laws of attraction. We got to learn how to add, people. Affirm, declare, decree. Affirm, declare, decree. We got to learn how to add. I teach, I'm telling you that 30 days, that 30-day principle, you better commit. You better commit to that 30-day principle. You gotta affirm, declare, and decree. You gotta add it up, guys. I'm traveling now because of a phone call, and somebody needs my help, and I'm going to provide the services that they need off of a phone call because I have a goal to meet. I set my face like a flint, and in my heart I am fully determined. And one thing God told me, and I'm gonna drop the mic. You don't worry about the how. You just do what you need to do, and the how will show up. Drop the mic.
Man, you know, Avery, boy, let's give it up for Avery, boy. I tell you, man. You know, you mentioned the word flint, and I just wanted you, I went to look up the word because sometimes usually, you know, using words, I didn't, you know, I knew what a flint was, but some people may not know what that word meant, and just applying it, Mr. Avery. And I looked at the word flint. You know, you want to kind of elaborate on that because I see the definition. Because what does it mean, you know, when you're looking at commitment, what does it mean to set your faith like a flint? Break that down in layman terms for us, Mr. Avery, because you mentioned the word flint.
To set your face like a flint, you got to go hard. A flint is a very hard rock that is practically unbreakable. It's a flint. They call it flint. It's flint rock. Not like Flintstones. Well, you know, they call it Flintstone. But anyway, but you got to set your face. You got to be hard, man. You got to go hard. You got to, once you get to the point that you know that you know that you know, you're standing on a solid rock that can't be moved. You're standing on a solid faith that nothing can shake you from. And that's the way you got to believe in your project. That's the way you got to believe in your life. Enough of this rebellion, and ironically enough, I asked God in a prayer this morning, God, remove rebellion from me. Remove rebellion from me.
That's church.
Help me to remove rebellion from me. Because one of the worst sins anybody can ever commit is rebellion. That's why somebody took 40 years to go on an 11-day journey because of rebellion. And guys, one of the worst things we can do is rebel against the principles because they've already mentioned it. Jamal and Sheila have already mentioned you're going against these principles. The principles, and even Kim said it, the principles are working, but many times how you apply it determines how it's going to work. See, you can hang off a tree limb on a 50-foot tree and let go, and gravity's going to work, but that's to your detriment. The principle's going to work, but if you apply it wrong, it's going to happen wrong. You're going to get wrong results. So many times we're applying principles and we don't even know it, and that's why we're getting wrong results because we're applying the principle backwards. Guys, we got to flip it around. We got to flip it around. We got to flip it around. See, we know principles of interest when it comes to debt. We know we got 14% on a car. We know we got 8% on a house. We don't know we got 29% on the credit card. But what about when you're investing? What are they paying you? What interest are they paying you? Flip it around, guys. You go and lend your money out so you can get 29%. So you can get, the principle is going to work. But it's how you apply it. So to sum it all up, Jamal, setting your face like a flint is being hard like flint. Being hard in your belief, being hard, standing on that solid ground, knowing, beyond any shadow of a doubt, knowing with 100% accuracy that God said he's going to do it, so it's already done.
Wow.
That's it.
Man, you sound like my pastor. My pastor did a thing of commitment, and he said, stop being a coward. He said, stop being a coward. See, cowards are not committed. He said, you're a coward. Stop being a coward. Pastor said that. He said, stop, you're a coward. You're supposed to make it 6 figures. And the only reason why you're not succeeding in anything in your life is because you are a coward. Because cowards are not committed. Courageous people are committed. And he said it, but I like the way he talked to me because it made me step up my game. My coach told me, he hit me in the side at the meeting. He said, look, he said, you better get some balls. Where's your balls? Write the damn book. What you mean it took you 5 years to write a book? And I wrote it in 90 days because he got in my diggity. Commitment, guys. Commitment. Mr. Avery, I thank you so much, dude. I mean, that was church right there. That's how the church is supposed to be talking to people. Like a flint, like a fire, like a spark, Mr. Satchel. Go ahead, Mr. Satchel.
And y'all better stop.
You're fired up. you can get your head off. I don't know if you're going to take what's going on. You're about to run around your house.
Look. You know, and this your life can be changed. It can be turned around if you just stop being so rebellious. I'm saying this. Somebody going to hear me. What we're saying. Your life don't have to be in the way that it is. It doesn't, right? But you're being rebellious. Like you hanging out with the girls all the time. Guess what? There's a result that's going to come in. You don't make any calls. The principle is still being applied because guess what? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So if you don't make the calls, you're still following the principle, right? If I eat Twinkies, and it says Twinkie has 220 calories in that bad boy, and I ate 2 of them 2 times tonight. That 800 calories I consume outside of the dinner. The number, and that's why they even giving you numbers. It's like water. You see the water. It says now all I got to do is look at it and say 8 of these bad boys. No, 8 commitment to 8 bottles of water. Will it make a difference? Like, I don't understand. Some of you people are coming to you with their project. And here, instead of you just going on and looking at the results of that person's life in that industry, why do you say no? Because you got your rebellious hat on that's saying, that's not for me. That's not for me. That's not for me. Listen. Oh man, I'm going to do, but just your brain is saying, no, you're not. You're just talking.
And that rebellious nature, Mr. Satchel, is crazy because, you know, as David's on the Bible here, a powerful scripture that I had to understand, it says rebellion is like witchcraft.
Wow.
That rebellion, disobedience, and Samuel says it's like witchcraft. So look at this right here. See, let me help some of you that may be religious, right? Because I know sometimes, see, we try to differentiate our projects and things in this earth different than heavenly things. Yeah, okay, you have God in your heart and you know you're going to another place, right? Whatever you believe in, right? And that's out of what? Obedience to what? Your creator.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a way of life while you're here on earth. Because see, I always tell people, if God's intention was only to save you and that was only it, the minute you acknowledge God in your life, he would have zapped you out of here. See, so he has a reason for you still here on earth, but the reason why you're having hell on earth and not heaven on earth is because you're rebellion to his principles for how you're supposed to live while you're on earth. Wow, did I say that? Right? So rebellion, so now you will experience witchcraft, which means you will experience poverty, you will experience frustration, you will experience depression, you will experience divorce, bad relationships, all those things that come under the consequence of witchcraft because you are rebellious to the people that God has put in your life for you to succeed.
Oh my God.
See what happens. So I tell people, look, and the biggest thing, that's why I look in network marketing. The first thing they say when you get network marketing, it was the first thing they said, and I saw this, and this is why I studied this, and I said, wow, look how fast it happens. They sign up and you say, make a list of 100 people, and the first thing they say is, I'm not going to do that. 90% of the people that come into this industry won't even do that first assignment of making a list. And now that's why you will have poverty on your life, because you lack what? Understanding. You lack. It says a fool despises correction. A fool despises knowledge. What is a fool? A fool is also a person who's rebellious.
Yeah. See, you messing up now, boy. We gonna lose a lot of people today because you done went into that book, brother, where all of the principles are, but you done went into it. And it makes so, like, if we just look at the results of our lives. I want you to write the list today. Just write the list. Can you do that today? Let's just start. For all those that are in projects, those that are actually wanting to start, I want you to start today and write a list. Now, if you don't do it, all you so-called Christians, right? All y'all that just, I got to do this and I got to do that. Listen, let me tell you something right now. You sure enough not representing your Father which art in heaven today. That's why even when you look at the Lord's Prayer, he said, our Father in heaven. What? He said, he specifically said it. He didn't say your Father down at the bar, your Father that's at work. He said, our Father which art in heaven. Give us, come on, y'all want to say that? Y'all just want to bring that up real quick. Give us this. No, y'all don't want to go there. Y'all done said it, but you ain't really going to talk about it because it was broken down to me. Oh, I'm praying. No. He teaching you how to pray. And y'all want to go here? But listen, all I'm saying is write the list. Man, come on, somebody. Well, come on. This is not a difficult. He said, if you just commit 100%, it's a breeze. Man, I couldn't even understand this. I said, there was times I would read stuff in the Bible, Mr. Mumford. I said, how can you do that? How can love be like that? Remember we said love is unboastful. Love is this. Love is that. Y'all know it's and I said, man, is there anybody that loves anybody based on the scripture? Right. He said, but if you 100%, this is easy. It's a breeze. What? Man, life is a breeze for me right now. Why? Because I choose to just follow and y'all want to talk about it? Righteous, right? What does that mean? Righteousness, 100%. It's 9:58, Mr. Mumford. I'm not going to be responsible for this call going past 10 o'clock today. That's all I'm going to say. They say, keep coming. No, I ain't coming. Because guess what? Get in your word, man. That's a good thing. And get 100% behind that word and see if your life don't turn around. Because Mr. Mumford, I'm done. I swear I am. I dropped the mic. I'm done. Go.
Whew. Man, I tell you, this one here is just, I just want everybody to just grab this today. I don't know. I'm just stirred up right now. I'm about to run around this block about 20 million times because this is it right here. And I said, this is why I did what I did, because I saw the religious people having no success in anything. Like, and I love I think I served under a pastor that had an amazing vision, because he said, the reason why he came and paid, he said, because God says, my people are happy with being saved and being filled with the Holy Spirit. And that's it. God told him, come back to Philadelphia from the West Coast. He said, my people, the only thing is they're happy as long as I'm saved and I'm going to glory. That's all they're happy with. They're broke, divorced, all the things that they live in hellish lives, but they're happy. That's all they're happy with. That's all they're content with. And see, some of y'all may be happy with just that. That's all you want. Jamal, you don't need all that. That's to each his own. But I decided that I want to represent my king here on earth. See, I want Jesse, Naomi, and Isaiah to represent their father, who is me, right? I don't want my kids know. My son just texted me his football jersey, right? Just this morning. You know, I love to see my kids prosper and succeed. You know, he was getting told about he wouldn't be able to play football because his eyesight and everything. No, we're going to get you right. What do we have to do? Because we're going to succeed. And that's what, folks, we got to be committed. So Insightful Friday, I want to see you guys just take me at my word. And I know maybe I don't have the right to tell you, but I'm telling you, I know some stuff. I may not got Jesus at the end of my name, but I am a little G, by the way. Okay,
That's right, little G.
Some of you get down the way out the door, and y'all can call it blasphemy if you want to, because I know people don't get that. I am a little G. That's why I'm going to make a lot of money. That's why everything I put my hands to do, it prospers, baby. Oh, can't nobody shut this guy down, because I know who the big G is. I'm a little G. Let's represent the king well. Represent him well, right? Let's represent well. So let's be committed. What are you going to commit to? Write it down today. What are you today? And the only way we know you're going to be committed is when the thrill is gone a month from now. I'm just reading this book right here. It just said it. You got to chart it. You got to write it down, right? Did you stick to your commitment? I'm going to talk to 10 people today every day about my project. Write it down. Did you stick with it for 30 days? Maybe Mr. Satchel, you know, maybe we'll come up with a prize for those who really did it and stuck with it. Don't lie. But you guys have a great day. And go be committed. Next chapter, we're moving fast here. Next chapter, Principle 36. What's the next chapter? Let's see here. Where we are next, Mr. Satchel. See if we're going to go crazy.
Earn more.
Earn more to earn more.
Oh, you better have that list tomorrow. You better have that list tomorrow. That's all I'm going to tell you. God dang. God bless. Take care. Take charge.